Okay, I'm here in Bloomfield Collegiate School here in East Belfast. It's a very special night. The school this year celebrates their 100th anniversary, and to help the celebrations, they've released a very special book. Now, the book launch is going on at the minute. We'll be finding out all about the book in just a few minutes, and I'll be chatting as well to some of the former pupils from the school.
Bloomfield is more than just a place, it's more than just buildings. It's a living entity composed of all those people who are or have been part of our school community. And all have contributed to making it the very successful establishment it is today. And the school's philosophy, as it enters its second century, remains the fulfilment of each pupil's potential, spiritually, intellectually, physically and socially. And our aim of excellence in a caring community reflects this most succinctly. And because our community is central to our ethos, it's no surprise that this new book being launched this evening reflects 100 years of the people dimension in Bloomfield.
Okay, so we're going to be talking to the headmaster of the school in just a second, but before we do that, we've been joined by the most famous pupil ever to come out of the school, the gorgeous Christine Blakely. Hello.
I'm not sure about that. Hello, Robin.
How are you?
I'm great, thank you very much.
So it's good to be back here.
Really strange. Yes, great. I love coming back. I've been back a few times, and it's always, you do get that feeling of really just being back in school, and particularly walking into the hall and having your old headmistress, Miss Weir, up on stage. It's very, very strange feeling, but it's lovely. I would come back in the morning.
All right.
I would, yeah. I love school. I had great friends and great teachers and just a great atmosphere here, so no, I was very lucky.
All right. Now, you had good teachers. Were there bad teachers as well?
No, there wasn't. I think there were some that you could maybe have a bit more of a giggle with than others.
Okay.
But no, all of the teachers are very, very good. I'm not just saying that because the current headmaster is sitting beside us. No, not at all. I couldn't complain in the slightest.
All right. So what was your favourite subjects at school?
I loved art.
Okay.
I have to say, I loved art and English and enjoyed politics as well. They were my 3 A levels. I would like to say chemistry, Dr. Neil, but sadly, no, I wasn't exactly science orientated. So no, I love my art particularly.
All right. Now, looking back over your time here at the school, what would you say has been the best memory that you'll always
The best
keep?
memory, I think probably, well, a highlight would certainly be having been chosen as head girl. That was a huge honour because the girls as well as teachers voted for that. So that was a really, really big honour. And my best friend then was another girl called Christine Maitland, the deputy. So the two of us just had a wonderful year, and that whole year was great. We had a great school formal, and there was a great atmosphere. All of the girls got along.
Right.
So I just had a really, really happy, good year.
All right. So as head girl, did it mean you got to boss the rest of the pupils about as well?
No, I didn't look upon it like that. You see, Robin, you would have done. No, I didn't look at it like that at all. I think it means that you represented the school very much if there was any sort of outside events, and it was, you wore a silver badge and you wore it very proudly as far as I was concerned, and you took it very seriously, and you were very much a part of the school.
All right. And when you're at school, did you always want to be on TV and stuff? Did you always want to be a
No,
TV
I
presenter?
always wanted to work behind the scenes,
Right.
which is what I did,
Yeah.
as you know, for a long time.
Yes.
So, and I went and I trained as a television floor manager. So I did all of that before this kind of happened.
All
So
right,
I stumbled upon this more than anything, but here I am.
Okay. So you're back here tonight. Have you had a look at the book yet?
Yes, the book looked, so great. Yeah, there's obviously a few pictures that girls that I recognise, and it's just lovely. Just the memories start to flood back again reading it.
Well, thank you for doing this.
Not at all, no
Thanks,
problem.
Christine. Now, moving on, we've got the headmaster. We've got David Neal here. So how long have you been here at the school?
This is my 22nd year, so 22% of the time Bloomfield has been open. I've been here as a teacher, and then as vice principal, and ultimately now as headmistress.
So what's it like being in charge of an all-girls school?
It's quite a challenge, of course it is, but being head of any school is a challenge nowadays. But the girls we have and the staff we have are wonderful, and it really is very rewarding to be at the head of a school where the staff work so hard and the girls are happy and enjoy what they're doing and are successful. And Christine is just one of our successes that we're very proud of.
And did you actually get to teach Christine when she was here?
I don't know that I taught her a lot of chemistry, but I enjoyed teaching her. She was a great pupil, and she's turned out to be a great lady now. And I think she's a great ambassador for the kind of girl we turn out.
Okay. Now, are there any other pupils, past pupils, who've gone on to greater things that you can remember?
Joan Lingard, the author, who's written lots of children's books,
Right.
and is visiting the school later on this year as part of our centenary celebrations.
About this time last year, Joan Dark and Rosemary Jane Brangham and I sat down to toss about some ideas of what we might do to celebrate Bloomfield's 100th birthday. And all sorts of ideas came to the fore, and Rosemary Jane will be telling you about the other ones that have come to fruition. But one of the things we thought we'd like to do is do some sort of a book. Now, as David said, we already have Miss Gray's excellent history, so we didn't need a history. But one of the things that schools have in abundance are always old photographs. And old photographs are not always all that interesting, but they are interesting if you happen to be in them and if you've got lots and lots of friends who are in them. We thought that that sort of a booklet with lots of photographs in it would be a good idea. And then we thought we would get some people to write reminiscences of their time at Bloomfield or their memories of Bloomfield. So we gathered all this material together, and we were very, very fortunate that a man who unfortunately can't be here this afternoon, called Ivan Strachan, publications officer, I think, in Queen's University. So he took this kind of motley collection of articles and photographs, and he turned them into the book which you're getting this evening. It's a book for you to enjoy. It's a book for you to laugh over, to maybe have friends round and have a good old giggle about it. Can I also suggest that you buy lots of copies of it? Because if there are friends who can't be here, or Bloomfield people who are abroad, I can tell you at £10 it makes an excellent value for a Christmas present.
Okay, so Susan, how long have you left the school?
I left in 2002,
All
3
right.
years ago.
Okay, and were there many happy memories here?
Okay, yes, very happy memories.
All right. Well,
Especially in the last years.
what happened in the last years? You're just
Just-
glad to leave, were you?
No, well, not glad to leave in a bad way, but moving on, I suppose, to the next stage.
All right, and what have you moved on to do since then?
I've gone on to nutrition
Okay, all right.
in
great.
Coleraine.
Now, what I want is I want to know the gossip about the school. I want to know who were the best teachers and who were the worst teachers.
I could not say who the worst teachers were at all. They were all great.
And who were the best teachers then?
Well, I would have to say Mrs. Cook, because she was my inspiration for nutrition, I suppose.
All right, okay.
She's my HE teacher.
All right.
So that's how I went on to nutrition, her teaching.
So it was an all-girls school, of course, isn't it? Did you get up to much mischief? You can say now that you've left. Did you ever play any tricks on your teachers?
I think there was a lot of fun in the sixth form centre,
Right.
especially. Yeah. Lots of music and laughter and good times.
Okay, let's talk to some more former pupils of the school now. Jenny Phillips is here. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well. Now, I believe you were a head girl here as well.
I was indeed, yes, in 2001.
All right, so when you were head girl, did that give you lots of power, did it? Did you go on a little power trip thing?
No, I did not.
Why not?
No.
It could have been a good excuse to boss the younger kids about.
I couldn't do that, it's too scary.
So what about your memories here? Were there lots of happy memories?
Oh, there was indeed, yeah, I really enjoyed my time at Bloomfield, and I had sisters that came to this school as well, and stepping back into the door tonight brought a lot back.
All right. So what memories really stand out about your time here?
I played a lot of hockey and a lot of netball, so obviously all the trips that we did with the teams and all of the matches and the early Saturday mornings and the practices in the rain.
Right.
And also then in Bloomfield, I do remember when I first started in first form, there was the mobiles, and I can just remember all of the different building going on and seeing how beautiful the whole front of the school was. Specifically, whenever I got to my A levels, the teachers gave me a lot of support in geography, biology, and chemistry.
Right.
So, big thank you to them.
Okay, and were there any teachers that you give a bit of a hard time to?
Oh no, I was a good girl.
They're all good girls. I'm not getting any. Well, maybe, hang on, there's one more. Alison,
Hello.
are you a good girl as well?
Oh yes, I was. Sorry to disappoint.
So what about your memories of the school? Lots of happy ones as well?
Oh yes, definitely. Oh yeah, I love my time at Bloomfield. It was really strange actually walking in tonight and seeing the whole place. It just, every time we were talking during the speeches a wee bit, I was just like, oh no, I'm going to get told off in a minute. So, oh no, it was a lot of happy memories here. So.
All right, so if you had to choose one memory of your time here, what would really stand out?
I don't even think I could pick just one, but I suppose it was just our whole final year, because it really climaxed everything for us, and we just had such a lovely time, and we got all our food taken outside, and it was just sad, but really, yeah, it was a nice time. So.
All right, and since leaving here, what have you gone on to do?
Been over in Newcastle studying law, so I've just finished and back home trying to earn a little bit of money and that type of thing, get some home cooked food for me, so I'm doing that.
I would like to say how pleased we are that the Lord Mayor, Mr Wallace Brown, is able to be with us this evening, and I would like to present him with a copy of it, if he would like to come. And secondly, I'd like to present a copy to Mr David Cargo, who is the Chief Officer of the Belfast Education and Library Board. And Mr Cargo, I can still remember the first day he appeared in my office in Bloomfield, and he was one of those fathers who arrives and gladdens the heart of any head of a girls' school, because he had an endless supply of daughters. He was coming along about number one.
Hi, Christine, I'm just looking behind Marty there, and I can see one of the old school uniforms. Did you used to wear that?
Not quite like that. The pinafore had disappeared. I think that's the pinafore had disappeared before I had come along. We had very nice skirts,
Right,
very eye-catching shirts.
right.
Tie is probably the same, and our scarves were the same, and we did lose the hat.
Right.
There was no hat. Blazer is the same though. Yeah, it's very complimentary.
All right, okay. I've been joined as well by R.J. Brangham. Did you used to wear that uniform?
Very similar uniform apart from the hat. We wore a beret, and it was compulsory. You were not allowed out of the building without the beret on your head.
Oh my God. What colour was the beret?
Green,
How
and
awful.
we also had our hair tied back with green ribbons.
What about the green pants, Rosemary? Did you have green pants?
They were obligatory as well, yes.
Sadly, I have got all of my uniform at home. I have every single piece of my uniform that I kept.
Okay.
Scarf, green pants, the lot. It's all at home.
And you still wear them from time to time?
Occasionally, depending on the... Yeah. May come in useful sometime, you never know.
Okay, so what about you? Happy memories here?
The Gilbert and Sullivan performances probably we used to do
Right.
in the 1970s. I loved all of those. They were great fun. And there would have been about 80 girls involved. And I got to play all these wonderful dramatic parts with moustaches and old ladies. And I loved all the Gilbert and Sullivan. They were great fun.
All right.
And another memory was I played Lady Bracknell in The Importance of Being
brilliant.
Earnest.
What a
One of
great
my
part.
favourite plays.
Yeah.
My favourite part. Yes, I loved that.
Can you still do a few of the lines from it?
To be born, or at any rate bred, in a handbag.
So what about the teachers back then as well? Who
The
would your
teachers
favourite
were
teachers
all
have been?
wonderful
Yeah.
teachers. They were all lovely, very encouraging, very inspiring, very interested in what we were doing. They were a lovely bunch of teachers, and there still are. I think the staff at Bloomfield are always very special and are interested in every girl, not just in the academic achievers, but in every girl. They're interested in developing their whole personalities and making them feel happy. And at home here, it's very much much a family school with a family atmosphere. I think that's important to everyone. Some of the teachers were very, very nice ladies, very academic, and weren't really wonderful at controlling classes. Although we were quite well-behaved young ladies, and there was one lady, we would sort of get up and down in her class and so on, and we used to say to her when we were doing our Latin exam, "I'm sorry, I don't know the answer," and she used to tell us. So she was so kind and nice, yes. But and everyone at Bloomfield, I think, is nice. There are no real dragons here.
All right, okay. So you've got the book out at the minute as well.
Yes.
So how did all that come about?
Just looking around at all the old photographs and different things whenever we were looking at how we would celebrate our centenary, and we thought the best way to celebrate it really on record would be have a book with lots of photographs in it of girls, not necessarily people who've achieved an awful lot. We decided we couldn't possibly catalogue everybody's achievements, particularly academic achievements, so we just decided we would give a flavour of life at Bloomfield over the last 100 years and some of the people who've been involved with the school here.